Hi there, Todd with Tribble Painting. Today we're at a client's home where they're going to do a complete makeover of this very large walkout basement space. And I have today with me Annmarie McCoy, who has a unique design business, hourly design business. And she's going to help the client transform this space both with color and with furniture and furnishing. So Annmarie, thanks for being with us today. And
thanks, Todd.
Tell me a little bit about your business.
First of all, I'm just thrilled to have this opportunity to work with you. And I've been doing hourly design consultations for almost 20 years now. I originally started in Ann Arbor, downtown, working on stores on Main Street, and then going into owners' homes and just giving consultations. But my service really transpires with an hourly concept in that I allow my clients to have control of the job in the sense of sometimes people have ideas and they just need that reassurance. So it's a way for me to come into a space, give suggestions, and start that business relationship.
And I think that's unique in the design industry, that hourly concept, wouldn't you say?
I agree. I think that so many times people think of designers as sales reps, so many times with selling accessories, furnishings, possibly from one store. My concept allows, my business model allows us to go anywhere. So, you know, price points can be considered, interests, and you know, it's a nice starting place.
It sounds like a really easy or relaxed way for people to get into hiring a designer. If they like it, they can just continue more.
I think so. And actually, I really started with paint, helping people with, you know, those families of colors and just feeling comfortable when they're making a decision like that.
In the paint industry, we find lots of times that color decision is the barrier to people moving forward with the project. They get stuck at that point.
Yes, it can be intimidating, but it's just paint. And it's a way to have expression and to really take your home, your space, and make it your own.
Yeah, great. Well, thanks for being with us. If you're interested in learning more about Annmarie's business, we'll put her contact information in the notes below the video. Annmarie, why don't you take us through your vision of this space and the client's concepts and what you're going to do for them?
Sure, I'd be happy to.
So Annmarie, when you get into a space with your clients, what's the first thing you ask them, or how do you get started?
The first thing I like to do is alleviate fear. You know, so many times we think of our spaces and we're very critical of ourselves. And I think to remove that fear and, you know, just start with knowing that your home is to tell a story. And like with this space, I mean, it's a beautiful space, but it's changing. It's going from being that place that you have your kids and their friends hang out to a new transition. So we have to look at this space and we say, you know, we have beautiful windows, we have carpeting that's neutral, that's clean, that's current, and we have this wonderful kitchen behind us, and it works well.
So there's a lot to work with.
There's absolutely always a lot to work with.
Yeah, okay. I like what you said, that every home tells a story. So once you understand the client's vision and maybe what their new story, you know, what they want that to look like, what do you key on next? Like,
well, so in this particular job, I think the word would be elevate. The homeowner is wanting to feel like it's more reflective of where she is, you know, just wanting to have something, a palette that is maybe a little bit more feminine, a little bit more straight lined.
Okay, and as we look at the color that's in here today and the furnishings, I mean, this is dated to me. You know, this is easily a 10-plus-year-old palette. Would you agree with that?
I would agree.
Okay, and how have things changed? What are you seeing trend-wise in terms of, you said elevate, what will that look like?
Well, I think that You know, if we go into what I call the big houses, you know, your Crate and Barrels, your R House, your Restoration Hardware,
Sure.
the palette is very light and bright.
Okay.
If you're going to go into some of our master plan communities and go into a custom home, you're going to see a lot of reflection, but the color is going to be, again, creamier. It will have depth, but it will be lighter.
Not as heavy as this is.
Well, this tone is neutral, but the accessories and the furniture actually makes it darker.
Okay. And so is the vision for this area then to change the furnishings and furniture?
Yes, so
Okay.
primarily what we're going to do here is we're going to remove these pieces and come in with something a little bit more transitional.
Okay, so the painters just got started today with the Sherwin-Williams Repost Gray color, and you can see what a difference it's making in this area already, how much lighter it is. So they've gotten the first coat on, and they're going to go ahead and put the second coat on today. And you notice that behind me some of the new furniture has started to arrive underneath the plastic, that white couch there. So we'll check back once the second coat is done and all the new furnishings have arrived, and take a look at this space. Okay, here we are back with our basement redo for the client, and we're about to wrap it up. Everything's done. Repost gray on the walls with iron ore accent behind us. I brought Annemarie back. It was her vision with the client, and I wanted her just to talk through what was done, all this new furniture, what she brought in, and how it all ties together. So thanks, Annemarie.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for letting me come and join you today, and as we kind of enjoy this new space and the shape that it's taken.
Yeah.
As always, like I said to you before, it's about the client. It's about their vision and how you actually, as a homeowner, will use your space. I think we captured it really well. As far as this space is used for comfort, relaxation, entertaining with a lot of family, friends, and all for football games. The area has been kind of divided into sections. So if you will look at first the area by the bay window, we have a table that we ended up purchasing through a local artisan who is known for his ironworks, and then we added some really comfortable leather seating to go with it, and it's just a great place to play cards and hang out on the weekends.
Yeah, I really like how the really kind of beefy, for lack of a better word, the base of that wood table, how that goes with the leather chairs there.
Well, thanks. And
Yeah.
I think what was really important to this client in particular is that you represent both the masculine and the feminine in this space so that everyone can feel comfortable. You know, the chairs near the table, that little small vignette it's just fun, and the texture is very current and comfortable. While it sits low, it just has a little bit of attitude with it.
Yeah, I can see people hanging out there while other people are over here watching TV or something. So yeah.
And they can move those chairs easily to add them into the space as well if they would like.
Right. And then you've got kind of the main area, which a lot happened there. Talk us through.
So
It looks beautiful.
Well, thank you. As you remember, the pandemic has affected all of us, and one of our biggest concerns was selections and timing. So we use some big house stores. Crate and Barrel is represented in this grouping, as well as Restoration Hardware and Pottery Barn. The client here did not change the window blinds, nor did we change the carpeting. So she was wanting that new, fresh look, which is very kind of West Coast California, if you will. There's, the extra layers to appeal to the feminine side, as well as the metal table for function and form, and also kind of that masculine weight to it. So
I love it.
It works well.
Yeah. It is a huge change. The space is so much lighter than it was before. Sure. I think one of the things you said when we were talking about the space, sort of envisioning it prior to, is you use the word elevate the space. Now, I feel like it's elevated, but when you say that, what does that mean to a client, to elevate a space? So
you have a good memory, because I don't know if I remember that. But to elevate the space is simply, you have to think of your area as far as layering. And you have to think of some of your pieces as having weight to them. So like if we look at the living room, for example, you have weight or an elevation in that metal table. It's hammered. It's something that we don't generally see a lot of. It's a little bit more artisan, if you will, while the sofas are more appealing to what's current now. They're lighter in their appeal, their coloring, their texture. You look at the chairs, they swivel.
Right.
And the extra pillows and things, that's kind of
a lot of dimension.
A lot of dimension.
I like the elevation.
A lot of elevation.
Yes. Well, I love what you and the client do with the space. I appreciate working with you.
Thank you.
And I look forward to the next project. And if you have a project that you're interested in or would like to talk to Annmarie and you're in the Southeast Michigan area, we'll put her contact info in the links below. Wow, what a transformation. I love reimagining a space through paint without having to do a complete remodel. I'd like to thank Annmarie for her help on this. And if you have a project or a color consultation you're interested in and you live in southeastern Michigan, we'll put Annmarie's contact info in the notes below. We appreciate you watching our video. Please hit subscribe and like, because it helps other people who are interested in color find our videos. Thanks again.